Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when we left off, we had just attempted to besiege this fortress right here, the unpronounceable fortress, and we have headed back to Tolga because I felt like we needed a couple more supplies. As you can see here, we have actually no food whatsoever, and there's a very good reason for that, because Tolga has not been resupplied in much time at all. Now, one of you did actually state in the comments that I bought some pottery instead of honey, because I thought it was honey, and you were correct. So we are going to be, no, not selling those right now, because this guy has 0 dinars apparently, so we're going to be selling that to the horse merchant, and as a result of going to the horse merchant, I do believe we actually are going to be purchasing an armored horse. As you can see, a heavy step charger we are going to be purchasing right there. It is only 4,700, I know that's quite a lot, but we currently are swimming in money, so we really don't need to worry about that too much, and hopefully that will do quite nicely for us. So, other than that, what we're going to be doing is, I do believe, we'll be heading on to Ikemur. I would like to purchase some additional food before we lose the rest, as we are going to lose a huge amount, yes, a huge amount of morale if we let that happen for too much longer. And oh yeah, there we go. A very nice amount of food right here. There is the honey, thank you very much, oh my goodness. Okay, so, now, I have done a little bit of scouting as well. It appears as though every single one of these fortresses has 365 units. And I'm a little bit worried about that, I have to say. I am not entirely sure whether we'll be able to pull this off, but we can try. We can try and maybe indeed fail, but at least we have tried. Wait a second. Did you see those? Oh, did you see those Death Knights over there? They had a huge amount of prisoners. I wonder what kind of prisoners they had. But first, the Bleeding Throat clan is offering us a peace agreement. I gotta say that I'm actually a little bit surprised about this. But I'm still going to be rejecting it. At least this one. I feel as though once we have taken a couple of their fortresses, we may then decide to make peace. Aha, they have a lot of orcs. Yeah, not really something I'm too interested in at the moment. Lord Coventim is over there. This fellow is attempting to attack us, is he? Is he going to be attacking us? Yes, he is. Wow, what a strange fellow. Why is Lord Coventim running now? I cannot believe he's running. Oh my goodness. Okay, come on then. I may as well be the man here, and we're going to be heading in. Oh yeah. So 179 versus 235. I cannot believe Lord Coventim didn't come and help us. I mean, we were right there, and we were the one giving support to him? I mean, he could at least support us in response, but yeah, apparently not. Okay, well, yes. One thing I'm going to say, in this episode, I am not going to be killed by any throwing weapons. I am making an oath, a pledge to Sanctus Bellicus that I will not be taken out by throwing weapons. If I get taken out by anything else, that includes falling damage and indeed killing myself on some sort of hilarious expedition, then that's completely fine. But if I die as a result of throwing weapons, I will not be happy. And oh, wait a second, I've actually just remembered what these guys are. They are not orcs. They are mages. And why is my horse so incredibly slow? Did they slow it or something? Because I know this is a heavy mount, but it does only have 3 less speed. Aha. Okay, there may be something weird going on there. I'm going to have to switch back to my hunter if this is indeed the case. Okay, wait a second. Ow. No. Okay, let's heal up. Thankfully enough, we're not fighting against any... we're not fighting against any orcs, so I think we're actually alright at the moment. Although I would like to take out that golem if possible. Come on! Come on, Elven Hawkeye, you can do it. There we go, we knocked it unconscious as well. That means we can take it prisoner, if we so desire, but I don't know whether I do desire, because if we do take it prisoner, we really don't have that much space, do we? We don't have much space at all, so I'm a little bit worried about that, I gotta say. But, yeah, we don't really need the money. Yeah, this is actually the slowest horse I have ever seen. Okay. This is quite interesting. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to have to see what's going on there, but... Oh my. Whoa, yeah, these guys actually do quite a significant amount of damage with their two-handed bardishes and very big axes. Oh yes, I must just say, it appears as though you were correct in the comments. It appears as though my battle size has reverted back to default values for some reason. It may be because of the problems that I've been having with other mods. That might be the case. And maybe it has reverted it back to normal. So I am going to be increasing it after this episode, so every other episode will be exactly the same as it has been in the rest of the series. So yeah, that will be completely fine, and we'll be fighting against the ravenous hordes of the orcs. And no doubt they will be outnumbering us rather considerably as a result, so yes. Okay, now I'm actually unsure whether I should be hoping that my horse gets taken out right now, because if it does get taken out and indeed crippled, as it may, then I think it may actually be a good idea, because then we can heal it with wound treatment, and maybe it won't be slow anymore, but right now it just appears to be incredibly slow, and I'm not entirely sure why. It must be the heavy status of it. Oh, now it's not slow. Interesting. It must be one of the mages. It must be one of the spells that the enemy wizards were able to cook up in their laboratories. Yeah, they're not alchemists. I should say my enemy's wizards' towers. Yes, how about that? That appears to be a little bit more fitting for these particular mages, but yeah, it appears that that was the case. They were able to move a lot faster than us. They were able to slow our movements. And, wow, I've got to say that that's actually pretty impressive. So, yeah, let us, without further ado, tell everyone to charge, apart from our archers, who can stay over there. One of you did actually state that we have a rather significant ranged force. I'd like to know where that is, because I know we have elven Hawkeyes. Yes, that is very true. We do have a lot of dwarven paragons, which are able to throw weapons. And I suppose this is the ranged force you were talking about. They only have 23. So I'm not entirely sure, but it appeared as though the orcs in the previous siege had, I would say, around 50, maybe even more, orc pouncers, and they were all throwing weapons at us. So, yeah, I do get what you mean with our superior ranged force, but they do have throwing weapons, and you know how they are against me. Yeah, they're able to take me out pretty easily, so I was assuming that they would be able to take out all of our units in a similar way. So that was the main reason why I charged in many of our archery units, as well as, of course, charged in our infantry to begin with. I thought I'd just explain that a little bit, because sometimes the decisions I make are not readily apparent, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same page about that. But, yeah, I suppose everyone plays games differently, and everyone plays games for the fun of it, and, well, that's what I was attempting to do. I was attempting to play it for the fun. And maybe that is not what you would have done, but yeah, I guess that's the reason why games are such an amazing medium of media, because everyone plays it incredibly differently. There is not one person that will play a game the exact same way. And that is what I really love about games in terms of digital media. For example, if you were to watch a film, everyone's going to watch the film in the same way. They may not see the film in the same way. Same with books. People may not see books in the same way, but they are going to read it in the same way, I would assume. But the point is, games are the only thing, in terms of, in my opinion, in terms of digital entertainment media, that are able to split people so incredibly in the way that everyone makes a choice. I made a choice to charge in that siege, and you may not have made that choice. You may have stayed outside, let your archers deal a good amount of damage to the enemy before charging in. And I didn't, but that's exactly my point. It's a game about choice, and that's what I like about Warband, you see. That's what I like about Warband, that's what I like about all of those free-roaming, open-world games, and indeed, it is a choice when you play any kind of RPG. So, yeah, I just thought I'd rant over. Is that a rant? Not entirely sure, but it's a little bit of a discussion, just to open that up a little bit, and just to give you my thoughts on things, really. It's not that I was attempting to do something in the most optimal way. I was just trying to have a good amount of fun while doing it, and maybe you wanted to be a little bit more min-maxy about it, and that's completely fine. That is your own choice. But nevertheless, let us head on. Now, what are we going to do here? I think we're probably going to let this guy go. He doesn't appear to be too difficult to take out, so I think we can let him go. We'll gain a little bit of relation with him as well, so we may, in actual fact, be able to persuade him at a later point to potentially become one of our vassals, which may be a good idea. So we're going to release a couple of these lower level units right here to gain these clay golems. Oh yes. Oh, and iron golems as well. I cannot believe it. Wow, okay, they got a lot of golems. And let's get a master mage and some adept mages as well. That seems a very good idea. Adept. Charm person. Adept staff. Okay, wow, this is actually pretty good. Okay, I think we probably want to obviously level up Marnid right here. However, I have a feeling that Aiden is going to be able to use a very, very nice robe. As you can see, a lovely adept robe for him. We're going to be giving... he cannot wear these rusty mail boots. I cannot believe that. Okay, we might need to increase his strength at some point, but really, he doesn't need the armor, I suppose. He doesn't really need the armor if he's going to be hurling bolts of lightning and charming people from across the battlefield, so I suppose that's completely fine. One of you did also state that you wanted us to get some better equipment for our troops here, and I'm actually wondering which one you mean. So I'm going to just take a look through here. Everyone seems to be okay. I don't think anyone's wearing terrible stuff apart from Alathera. Alathera really is wearing some pretty bad stuff, so we'll give her this. That is a lot better, as you can see. Coat of plates, that is just amazing in comparison. We'll give her this as well. Do we have any gloves? Yes, we do. We just got some gloves, so that is even better. So there we go. That's a little bit better for her. And what else? Well, Xanaver could definitely use some upgrades as well, but at the moment he seems okay. What about Lezelet? Ah, he's wearing some Saranid gear, which is not bad, but not great. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to find a little bit more torso armor as time goes on. Now, Forentis did actually level up, so we're going to be giving him a little bit more agility so that he can run faster while he is running towards the various walls that we will be besieging very soon. And yeah, wow, we actually have a huge amount of people leveling up as well. I like it. Okay, let's get some more scouts. There we go. Oh my. Okay, yeah, that's the problem with having too many low-level units. They do level up rather fast. Oh wow. Okay, so everything seems to be quite good in terms of our HP levels, apart from Endel and Forentis. And that brings me to another point about Forentis. I think I'm actually going to be replacing his horse. We're going to be giving him this hunter horse. You can't use it! Wow, okay, take this Corsa then. The Corsa is a little bit better. It's actually... wow, it's actually very minorly better. Minorly? No, that's not even a word, I don't believe. But yes, it is a minor upgrade for him, which is... yeah, a little bit worrying, I gotta say. He's using a maul as well, which is quite nice, so that means he can take people prisoner. That's always good. And I think that's fine. There we go. Okay, so we took out one of the war chiefs. Now we can head on to Dungrim Castle, and we are going to be attempting to take it. It is a ladder castle. Oh, wait a second. Hello. Aha, an elven defector. An elven defector has joined the Bleeding Throat clan. We are going to be heading in here to help Lord Caventim, because he was not willing to help us previously, but we are willing to help him. We will forgive all of his sins and burn him from this land. No, we will not do something so vicious just yet, but if he continues to fail us, then we may be left with no other course of action. So 262 versus 176. That's not too bad. I would say that we are going to be outnumbering him quite considerably. However, do bear in mind that Lord Caventim's units are primarily consisting, as you can see, of novices and nuns. So unless he is able to level those up from this fight, and a lot of them survive, we're going to be in a really bad position, because obviously we have... well, a very small battle size as well. I do need to change that. I do believe it is on 150 right now. I checked before I started the episode, I think. I think it is on 150. And yeah, I am going to be changing that in the next one, so we'll be back up at 180, I do believe. Oh wait, 220? I think we were up at 220 before, so yeah, we'll be doing that. And that will be a little more intense, because of course we have more units on the battlefield. I gotta say, with more units on the battlefield, it does increase the amount of frame errors that we do experience. I wouldn't say frame errors, but frame drops. And yeah, it's kind of nice to play without those, but I suppose... oh my goodness. Elves, everyone. Elves. We do not want to be standing here for too long. We want to be telling everyone to charge in. Oh no, I really do not like being with Lord Coventim. Oh my goodness, he's not going to be helping us at all, is he? Yep, all of our companions just charging in right there. That's really not a good idea either, is it? Okay. What can we do? Not much. Okay, hello. Oh no. Well, we didn't die from throwing weapons, we died from elves. We are going to be retreating from this. That is for sure. Okay, goodbye. Oh my goodness, no. That is insane. Yeah, I really should have waited, but how can I wait? Should I accept this? No, we're not going to be accepting this yet. We really need to take one of those fortresses first. Yeah, Lord Coventim has been taken prisoner. Goodness me. At least the only thing he could have done was maybe be defeated, and then we could have potentially rescued him. Whoa, they are really attempting to get peace with us right now, but we are going to continue rejecting it until we have taken one of their fortresses. If that guy... Wow, those elves. Goodness me, if that guy hadn't had so many ranged units, I feel like we could have done a good job. Wait a minute, what was that? I didn't see what happened there. Oh no. Is Tolgora under siege? No. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Okay, we're going to be heading back to Dungrim Fortress. Yes. That is going to be our siege target. Who is that fellow? That's an orc patrol, yes. Okay, who is that? That is, I do believe, the elf that we fought previously. We are getting a lot of problems here with morale, because of course we did have to leave. Ah, hello. We have some more orc patrols. Wow. The orcs really do have a lot of patrols, I gotta say. That is not very nice of them. Okay, well, whatever the case, we can buff everyone rather nicely here. And wow, it appears as though all of the orcs have... Wait a minute. Is this an orc vassal? They don't appear to be riding many wargs. Ah, okay, there we go. There are some of the wargs. Okay, so everything seems to be quite good here. No, oh my goodness, yeah. Not everyone hold your fire. Everyone fire at will, please. Goodness me. Okay, that is fine. Wow, they've actually just run into a complete killing field right here. I do believe we will be completely fine to take out as many units as we deem necessary. And I deem all of the units necessary to take out. Oh, yes, okay. Well, our archers are at least a little bit away from the many, many cavalry units that they decided to throw in to us. And at least we have not died against a throwing weapon yet. I've still kept my oath to Sanctus Bellicus. So let's see if that's actually going to stay that way. Okay, everyone's charging in, so I think we could probably move our archers over here. And, yeah, get stopped. Of course we will. Okay, so this is where I'm a little bit careful, because I know that the throwing weapons of the orcs are so incredibly powerful that they can kill me very, very quickly indeed. And even though I don't see too many of them right now. So I suppose we will get a chance at a later point to get taken out with one of those throwing weapons, but I don't believe that day is today. So I think I'm going to be quite happy about this. Okay, there we go. And there is the last remaining wave. I believe that is the last remaining wave. That seems completely fine. We can take these guys out without too many difficulties. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. And our archers are on a pretty nice height advantage right there as well. Let's move them a little bit closer. Our Wolfweir Windrunner is actually still alive. I cannot believe it. I really cannot believe it. Usually those unique units that we get, they die relatively fast. But this time around, that guy is really surviving very nicely indeed. And this brings me to the next point. Oh yes, gaining another one of those Wolfweirs. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, we're going to be getting some dwarves. Get some elven units. And I suppose we'll get some Kurgits? I don't really want to right now. But I suppose we could take some lancers and some horse archers. And maybe some horsemen as well. And we'll take some caravan guards because they are somewhat neutral. And I think that will be fine. Okay, I will not be taking any of the loot either. And, aha, we have more orc patrols right there. Are they really going to be... Goodness me, they are really going to be pursuing us to the ends of the earth by the looks of things this time around. Wow, okay. I was not expecting so many orc patrols around here. That is really quite upsetting, especially when they have so many cavalry units. This is not too good. Okay, well, at least our companions are distracting them somewhat. Unela is actually getting a couple of kills with her throwing weapons. I gotta say, that's actually very impressive. I am distracting some of them as well, so we just need to be a little bit careful about the throwing weapons, because they can hit us in the back right now. We're going to be charging everyone in right here, because they do appear to be quite slow on their mounts now. We have stopped them rather sufficiently up until this point, and hopefully many of our units will only get taken out and knocked unconscious rather than anything else. Goodness me. Okay, so, wait a minute. We do actually have one redeemed unit. I'm actually wondering what that is. Where is that? Oh, it's over here. I believe that is actually our medic. Yes, it is. Jeremus. He will be living through all of this, and hopefully providing as much medicinal attention as we require. We do require a lot of it, after all. Let's try and take out this guy. Thank you very much. 0 damage we did, but we took him out nevertheless with our holy damage. Oh, yes. Come on, take him out. Orc riders, orc pouncers. Thankfully, there's not many orc pouncers right here, I gotta say. There doesn't appear to be many at all. However, I did just take 28 damage, so we need to be a little bit careful about it. Our Wolfweir is fighting right here, fighting to the last man. Wow. Doing some pretty considerable damage right here, too. Okay, come on. I'm going to try and help him. Nope. Apparently, he doesn't need any assistance. There we are. Take that guy out as well. And, oh my! Whoa, they actually received reinforcements or something along those lines. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Okay, oh no, 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 no. Throwing weapons. This guy's throwing weapons. We need to be careful. Oh yes, way too careful right there. Okay. Well, the one thing I can say that is a positive thing that we're taking away from this is that we are eliminating many of the patrols that may give some of our vassals problems if they were to come to assist us. And I'm actually wondering where our marshal is right now, because I did give our marshal to Rogi. Yes, Rogi Garanron, I do believe, is our marshal right now, and he doesn't appear to be anywhere close. However, we do now get to take some Blazing Hand Inquisitors and Knights, as well as some cavalry and infantry. Wow, that's actually a very nice amount of prisoners to rescue right there. Wow, I was not expecting that. And we do get an additional set of torso armor, and we are going to be giving that to Lezelit, I believe. He probably needs it a little bit more than Xanaver, because Xanaver is a ranged unit, so that will be fine. We need to get some gloves as well for him. I may as well give him these boots too. That will be quite good. And he is using a Tempered Elite Saber, so I suppose that is fine. We really don't have to give him a Cleric's Morningstar or anything like that. I don't believe so, at least. Fruorin did actually level up, so we are going to be increasing his strength. Get him a little bit more in Power Strike in case he has to enter melee, which may very well happen soon in a siege. And we'll level up a couple more Blazing Hand Inquisitors, get some more Mercenary Mages. And, oh yeah, nice. More Dwarven units, we need those. And there we have it. Very nice indeed. Okay, so how many units do we have fit for battle? 161. We have 32, shall we say, of War Chief Curias. He is running away, which is great. And that fellow is coming towards us. I'm not entirely sure who that is, but I don't want to check just in case it's someone that has a huge amount of units. So we're just going to be heading in. And hopefully... Oh. Okay, this is actually not too bad. So, we're going to try your tactic. We're going to try the tactic where we hang back, and we see how efficient the enemy units are at throwing weapons. Because, well, you seem to think that they're not too good, so I will trust you on this, and we're going to see if we lose any units as a result. How many archers do we have? We only have 13 archers. That's not actually going to work too well. I'm a little bit sad now, because I would have liked to have seen how effective they could be. But I suppose we do have some Elven Hawkeyes, we have some Stalkers, and various other Elven units, which are going to be very good. Ow, I just took 22 damage. Let's try to... What? Let's try not to die to throwing weapons. Thank you very much for healing me to full HP. Nearby units. What? Did you see that damage? Whoa, that was insane. Okay, let's put our shields up, shall we? That would be a good idea, wouldn't it? Okay, so we've already taken out an iron golem, so the tactic is already working pretty nicely. And we are going to be charging in just a second. Do bear in mind they have 365 units. And as you know, the orcs are rather ferocious in melee combat, so I suppose that's the reason why you wanted us to employ this tactic. So let's take a look here. We have not lost any units apart from one. And we've already taken out 27 of theirs, which I suppose is rather nice. Now, Aiden, I hope, is going to be flinging a couple more spells at our opponents. It appears as though he's taking quite a significant amount of time to find a target, but yeah, we cannot expect an old man to be able to fire off as accurately as the elven Hawkeyes, who have the vision of a hawk, no doubt. Oh my goodness, that is quite a convoluted sentence. Yes, elven Hawkeyes shooting like a hawk. Who would have thought it? Yes. Okay. Well, whatever the case, I'm going to be blessing everyone before we get up there. Hopefully the blessing will actually last a good amount of time. And we're going to use bravery as well, just to make sure that many of their enchantresses, if they have any, are not going to be able to fear us or do anything rather nasty to our ranks right here. So we've already taken out 47, which is actually a very nice amount indeed. I'm just worried about our archers running out of arrows, but it appears as though Xanova is very far away from running out of arrows, but Alathira has run out already. What's going on with that? Alathira appears not to have too much arrow conservation. Interesting. Well, we have our wolf weirs, as you can see. They are going to be ready to fight very, very soon indeed. 61 units. Is that going to be enough? Okay. Let's wait until they run out of arrows, and then we're going to be charging everyone in. We won't charge the archers in just yet, because, of course, we don't really want them to die. They are incredibly good units. Oh, they've actually all run out of arrows. Okay, let's do this. Charge everyone in. We could always retreat, but do remember that we do have that vassal outside who may or may not have over 200 units, and I really do not want to be fighting him right now. It could be the guy that only has 32 units, but I don't know whether I want to take that chance, so we're going to be a little bit more cautious about things. And once we get up there, we're going to be using a lot of Terrify spells. Aiden's actually shooting his magic once again, which is very nice, I gotta say. I really do appreciate him supporting us quite well here. Ah, I've actually just remembered something. Dwarves have a rather difficult time getting in here, so that's going to be a little bit tricky to deal with. But I suppose the one thing I can do is that if I'm even behind this wall, I'll be able to use Terrify. Here we go. Let's Terrify. There we go. Thank you very much. Now let's try to heal our units. They are actually using some Dark Mages, as far as I can tell right there. There is a Dark Mage in a black robe standing opposite us right now. And I'm actually thinking that's the guy that's doing... Yep, that's the guy that's doing a lot of damage to us. Let's take him out. Take him out as soon as we can. There are more reinforcements coming, so hopefully we'll be able to get into the battlements. Whoa, that was a Master Mage. Insane damage from that guy. Okay, need to be a little bit more careful about those fellows whenever we see them. And now, we need to make sure that everyone is going to live. So let's heal everyone as best we can. Now, they are going to continue throwing huge throwing weapons at us, so I'm very hopeful that we won't have to take the full brunt of their attacks, but we'll see. I'd like to get more faith power. More faith power, please. There we are. A Terrify spell. That will free up some of our units to deal some good damage. I really just need to get past. I need to get past here. Aiden's doing some excellent damage. We actually have another unit that is casting the Terrify spell. I don't know what that is. Who is that? Who is casting that Terrify spell? Wow, if it's an Inquisitor, that would be really good, but I'm not entirely sure if it is at the moment. Okay, so yes, this is where we probably get taken out. Hopefully not by a throwing weapon. Okay, do we have enough? No, we don't have enough faith power just yet, but I am going to attempt to clear the way as much as I can. Okay, so far so good. Let's Terrify. Oh no. Ah, okay. We got killed by a two-handed axe. I believe it was a two-handed axe, so that's pretty good. I didn't break my oath. Not yet, anyway. And many of our units appear to be stuck. Ah, now they have unstuck themselves. That was a little irritating, I have to admit, because if they had not been stuck at the time, we would have been okay. Or at least I feel like we would have been a little bit better. Maybe I should not have cast that Terrify spell at the time. But we do have a new influx of ranged units. As you can see, we have quite a few mages over there. Some mercenary mages, as well as some other units that are no doubt going to be, whoa, helping us quite considerably right here. I really hope Aiden will use his incredible fire blasting skills, but it appears that may not be happening right now. New enemies have arrived. How many units have we taken out so far? Actually, quite a considerable amount. We've only lost 14 of our own units. Yeah, we've taken out 225, and they have 365, so yeah, there's about 140 left. That's not too bad, but we need another 2 waves. Okay, I think we're going to be retreating here. It's going to be good enough to get us 13 morale, which is going to be sufficient for us to wait here for some time. And this was a patrol of 181. Okay, well that's good to know, but we're going to be attempting to deal some good damage to them at least. 63 each time. Okay, 63 on the battlefield. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this, because most of them are pouncers by the looks of things, and pouncers, as we know, we have not had the greatest success with. Oh no. Okay, let's get some bravery going, let's get some blessing, make sure everyone's doing good damage. Excellent damage, in fact. We'll charge everyone in, apart from our archers, who will stand a little bit back, but we don't have the height advantage any further, because these guys are all on cavalry mounts and so forth, so this is going to be a little bit tricky to deal with right here. Okay, come on, take him out. At least do some good damage to him. There we go. Okay, now do bear in mind we don't have the strongest units right now because, of course, they were used in the very recent siege, so I'm very dubious about whether we'll be able to even pull this off, but it appears as though we are doing okay. Many of our mages are dealing significant damage to our opponent. Thankfully enough, they have not gained any magic defense, or at least it seems as though they haven't gained any magic defense since last time. Since the last version, with Arcane Death Bloom, of course. Now we need to be careful. There we are. Take out one of those Orc Riders. Try to distract as many of them as we can, because we don't want to have them harassing many of our mages before we have taken out many of them already. Oh my. It appears they've already harassed them. Yes. Okay, let's terrify as much as we can. We're going to terrify a lot. We're going to heal. I know I don't need the healing, but we're going to heal everyone in the area, and hopefully that will be good. New enemies have arrived. I cannot believe we have not... Oh, we have just received reinforcements. Okay, that's good. Phew, I was a little bit worried. Okay, I was hoping for a thrusting attack there, but he stopped prematurely. That was a little unfortunate. Okay, take out that Orc Rider. Maybe we could take out the one right there. No, I think we'll be okay. Okay, come on. Come on. Do bear in mind that we have weakened the garrison at Dungrim Castle, so that will be completely fine. We can head there in the next episode, and we'll be able to do a good amount of damage to them, hopefully take them out. Hopefully I will not die as a result either. Yeah, nice hit right there. 166 damage. Come on, Clay Golem. Clay Golem got taken out by a regular Orc Rider with his spear? I cannot believe that. That is utterly atrocious. Oh my. Okay, we're going to be moving our archers a little bit back, although they have perished, many of them. Yes, actually, all of them have perished right now, so that is not very good, I gotta say. But we can quite easily replace them, because we do have a lot of them in the garrison at Kudan, I do believe. Thankfully, we're not at war against the elves. Our horse is now being crippled, which is okay, I suppose. Maybe we can get it to be a normal unit. And I may be dying. Yep. But not from any throwing weapons. Not from any throwing weapons, so I am a little bit happy about that. There are only 15 enemies remaining. And we do have 33 units of our own, so I feel like we will be okay. And... wow, the battlefield has been utterly destroyed with all of these bodies. Look at the aerial view we can get. That is an amazing view. Goodness me. Wow, I do like that quite a lot. Okay, so yeah, there it is. 4 enemies remain, and then we can head back to Kudan. I will be doing that. I will be heading back to Kudan off screen. I will be recruiting a couple more units from the garrison there. We'll also be getting a couple more Blazing Hand units, because as you know, we did lose a lot of them in the campaign to destroy the Blazing Hand, as well as of course, destroying the Saranids and various other factions that we've actually done battle with so far. And there we have it. A victory has been attained. And there we go. Okay, so yes, we've lost 47 units in that bout, but many of them... Oh my goodness. They actually have more units? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. Order your troops to attack without you, or pull back, leaving some soldiers behind to cover your retreat. We're going to be attacking without... Oh my. That is not good. Okay. 5.2? How much are we moving? Wow, we should be moving a lot faster, but we have no pathfinding right now, do we? Okay, pull back. 5 soldiers. Goodness me, that is brutal. Okay, that is really brutal. Okay, so we have 107 units now. Everything was going rather well. They're going to be catching us, aren't they? Okay, we're going to stop before any of this happens any further. And I'm going to be ending this episode off here. As you can see, all of our companions are completely wounded. But do bear in mind that we have struck a very nice blow at Dungrim Castle. So, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.